What's going on, y'all? I'm trying to. Okay, boom. I'm live everywhere. Okay, we are out here. Technology. What is going on? Thank y'all for the birthday wishes. Thank y'all. What's up, IG family? What's going on? LinkedIn family, YouTube family, and Facebook family. I am live on a few platforms right now. So if y'all see me looking all around, it's because I want to just spread this love and I want all of y'all to come celebrate with me. Sag season, December Sag season. Thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. I feel fantastic today. Like I am so blessed. I have made it another year. It's 12/2/22. You dig? Thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. So much. Thank y'all. Listen, let's go ahead and get into it. I want to share with y'all on my birthday because I'm just feeling in the giving mood. And when you give, you receive. And I'm trying to receive it all today, baby. I am accepting all types of blessings. Okay. So, first and foremost, I want to tell y'all, I'm going to just lead with this. I'm not going to build up to it. I'm going to lead with it and then we're going to talk about it. For 24 hours only, it ends at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. I am putting my How to Build a Successful Team e-course. I am giving it to y'all for only $37. I'm turning 37, so I'm giving it to y'all $37. If you are on Instagram, you can click the link on my bio to go ahead and purchase that. If you're on IG, LinkedIn, and Facebook, I'll put the link. I can't put the link until after the live stream is done. But if you head over to Instagram, at Tatiani Favorites, you can click the link in my bio, and there is my birthday celebration right there. And I want to talk about this e-course. I want to talk about this e-course because it is something that's very important as it pertains to what tax professionals are doing now in real time in December in Q4 as we are preparing for the upcoming tax season. Let me rewind because a lot of y'all don't know me. Even though most of y'all like giving me happy birthday wishes, I stay forgetting to introduce myself. I'm just so comfortable with y'all. So for those of you all who do not know me, my name is Tatiani Favors. I am a tax business coach, which simply means that I am a business coach for tax professionals. I help entrepreneurs start, build, and scale profitable tax businesses. Okay. And I mainly do that via coaching. And so today I want to talk about what a lot of you all are doing now, what a lot of my clients are doing now, what a lot of the Tax Boss Academy members are doing now. And it's you're in the process of scaling your tax business. You realize that you can't do it by yourself anymore. And so you want to hire some help. You're looking for some help. And I want to tell you all that it is a process of finding good people to work for you. But it's a little bit more involved than just finding butts to put in seats. Okay. Like it's not, people think that, finding the right person is like the biggest thing. And yes, finding the right person is important. But before you can even find the right person, you have to have clarity on where your tax business is even going so you can even know who you're looking for. A lot of the times, the reason why it's so hard to find that perfect person, first of all, the perfect person does not exist. But the reason why it's so difficult for people to find this perfect person is because you don't even know who you're looking for. You don't even know where your tax business is going in order to get the help that you need that's actually going to move the needle in your tax business. Okay. So there are things that you must do as a business owner, as the CEO and founder of your tax firm, that you have to do before you even start recruiting and looking for people for your business. There are things that you have to do before, okay? And so in this e-course, the How to Build a Successful Team, I go through the entire process. Okay, the entire process. So let's go ahead and get into this. I'm actually in the course right now. There are 4 videos total. There are videos total, and let's talk about what each video talks about, because it's very important. And I really want y'all to understand this, because a lot of the times when I introduce this information to my clients and to Tax Boss Academy and things of that nature, everyone is like, wow, I had no idea that I needed to do that, but it makes so much sense. Or they're like, that's the gap that I'm missing. Now let me fill this gap and see better success as I'm trying to hire people, look for people, and all of that. So video 1 talks about the top reasons why tax professionals struggle when trying to hire people. Okay, so I start with the limiting beliefs, okay, of a tax professional when it comes to building a team. Why? Because I went through it, and the people who I coach go through it. So it's not an isolated event. Everyone goes through it. When I say build a team, you probably immediately think, you think team, you think multiple people. You're like, oh my goodness, I can't afford multiple people. How am I hire multiple people? No, let me tell you right now, you build a team one person at a time. Okay, you build a team one person at a time. And also, if y'all have any questions throughout any of this, feel free to answer questions, because I am going to do a Q&A too. I feel like helping somebody today. So after I get finished with this, I'm definitely answering questions rather. Okay. But like I was saying, excuse me, what was I saying? See, that's why I shouldn't go off on so many tangents, because my mind be going crazy. But you don't have you build a team one person at a time. Okay, and so that's the first thing that I really address within this course. Disarming you of, I'm not going to build a team because I don't have enough money, or I'm not in a position to hire a bunch of people. Well, we're not talking about hiring a bunch of people, but what we are talking about is positioning yourself in a way that will encourage growth in your tax business. If you never do the things that I'm about to tell you to do, then you'll never position yourself for growth. You will never position yourself to prepare to hire people in your tax business. You get what I'm saying? Just because you're small now, if you look at your favorite influencer, your favorite millionaire, billionaire, everyone started somewhere. Everyone started somewhere. You can even look at me. I'm not famous. I'm not any of that. But I've been in this industry for 17 years. I've been a business coach for the past 7 years. When I first started, I was knee deep in tax returns. I wasn't making the money that I'm making now. I did not really know how to run a business. I knew how to prepare taxes. I knew how to prepare the thing, which is taxes, but I didn't know how to run a business. That's why I failed so many times. That's why I am so confident when I'm in front of you all to let you all know the game, because I don't teach from theory. I teach from experience, and I've shared my experience with other people. They have implemented what I said, and they got results. Okay, that's where I'm coming from when I am teaching all of you all. Okay, and so when I talk about certain things, so let's go back to where I started. I used to be busy, a one-person show. My life ended in December and picked back up in May because tax season, I was just unavailable. I'm knee deep in tax returns. I was working in my business versus working on my business. Okay. And I did not have a team. I didn't have any automations. I didn't have anything that I'm doing now. Fast forward a decade later, okay, and this is, it didn't take me a decade to figure it out, but it did take me like 2 or 3 years to figure all of this stuff out. Like, let me tell you. But fast forward a few years, I can count on one hand how many taxes I personally prepared this past tax season. And half of those fingers are like my mom, my dad, you know what I'm saying? People who don't even pay me for tax prep services. Like, I'm not going to charge my mom. I'm not going to charge my dad. I don't personally even prepare taxes anymore. I spend my time up here on live streams with y'all, giving y'all the game. You know what I'm saying? So you can even look at me and say, okay, even where you're at now is not where you're going to be. How did I get where I am now? Because I did things that I'm going to tell you all on this live, and what I just exposed to you all in this e-course that's only $37. Like, the more I talk about it, the more I want to take it down, because it's like, stop playing with yourself for $37. Okay. But anyway, so I knew that I wanted to stay in the taxation industry, but I didn't really want to be behind the computer anymore, because I have my degree in accounting, right? And so I did accounting, bookkeeping, and I prepared taxes, and I knew I wanted to stay in this industry, but I knew I was getting tired. Like, after 10 years of being behind the computer, I'm like, I wanted to do something different. And so I started to prepare my business as if I was already where I wanted to go. So I would go through these things that I'm going to tell you all to do and what's inside of this course, okay? That you should implement now, because it's going to set the stage for your growth. It's going to set the stage for your growth when you are ready. And then you'll have a trajectory and a path that you can now follow, okay? That you can now make everything that you're doing today more valuable, because you're working towards something. Okay. So I don't want to hear, oh, I'm not at that level yet. You do things like this, you implement things like this now, so you can get to that level. You don't get to that level and then double back and try to get things together. No, you get things together first. You create the environment of growth, and then that is what propels you to the next level. Y'all hear me when I talk about this? So, so we start with the limiting beliefs that you have about building a business and everything. You can't make six figures in the tax business by yourself. Okay. On average, that's about 500 tax returns. You're not preparing 500 tax returns in 4.5 months without your customer service declining, without clients slipping through the cracks, without clients being mad at you and then promising to never come to your tax business again, without you being overwhelmed and sleep deprived, okay? Without you basically almost about to kill yourself because you're not sleeping, because you're trying to do 500 tax returns by yourself in 4.5 months. That is almost impossible, okay? So I need you all to understand that the type of money that you want to make in this tax business is, you can do it. It is definitely possible, but you're going to need help. And the sooner you approach your tax business as an actual business and not a tax hobby or self-employed or a side business or a little hustle, then the sooner you can start thinking like a boss, and the sooner you can actually be a boss. Not no social media boss, not no one just saying, oh, I'm this, I'm like, actually run your business as a corporation. Okay. And that's what I help people to do. Start, build, and scale profitable tax businesses. Okay. So building a team is just part of that. So we talk about that in the first video, and there are also exercises. So throughout the course there are exercises. So it's not just a whole bunch of videos of me teaching you the game. The game is real good and you're going to learn a lot, okay? But it's also time for you to implement. So it also a workbook accompanies this course, right? And it has worksheets inside of it for you to complete the worksheets and all of those things, right? You listen to me teach, and then you implement. I teach, you implement. I teach, you implement. That's my coaching style, okay? Because the transformation is in the implementation, okay? As humans, we have to actually apply certain things in order to learn it. That's how we learn it. A lot of people just can't listen to something and retain it. You have to practice it. You have to write it down. You have to sit with it. You have to meditate on it, things of that nature, so it can be ingrained into you and so you can understand. Okay. So I teach, you do. I teach, you do. In the first video, we have a vision exercise, right? And the vision exercise really, like, So let me tell you what it is, and then I'll tell you the response of it. So the vision exercise is what it sounds like. You sit down and you really think, if everything in your tax business is running on all cylinders, okay, if everything is exactly how you're making the money you want, you have the team that you want, your systems is in place, you have the clientele you want, you dressing how you want, you driving what you want, you're living where you want, you're just, everything is on point. What does that look like? Okay, envision that. What does that look like? And then it'll help you understand, and it's a little bit more to it. I can't give y'all all the tea to it, but essentially it's that. What does all of that look like? And write it down and capture that, because in order to know where we're going, we have to see it first. Other people don't have to see it, but you have to see where you want to go first before you get there. Because how do you know if you're there? How are you measuring your progress if you don't know where you're going, if you don't know if you're making progress or any of that? Okay, so the response that I get from the vision process. So let me tell y'all, I first introduced this. So a couple months ago, if y'all don't know, I had a live event, a 2-day virtual live event, how to scale your tax business, right? And so this exercise, the vision exercise, was included in that workshop. And so after everyone was done, the consensus was, I didn't even know I needed to do that. So I get a lot of the responses that I get to a lot of my programs and everything as it pertains to tax businesses, which is my niche, which is what I do because I've been in the industry for 17 years, is, wow, I did not even know that I needed to do this. But wow, has it helped me significantly, and I am clearer, and now I have clarity on where my tax business needs to go now. Okay. And that's exactly my goal, is to watch that light bulb of y'all's like ping on. Okay. When you are introduced to what I do, my way of teaching, and how I literally help people get to whatever goal they're trying to get to. So that is like, I just had to say that because that's the consensus I get with the vision exercise. So video 2, hey everyone coming in, we're celebrating my birthday for y'all who are coming in. I have a $37 e-course that expires at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So y'all have a little less than 12 hours to hop on it. It's $37, and it teaches you how to build a successful team in your tax business. Okay, how to build a successful team in your tax business. A lot of you all are doing this now. You're interviewing, you're trying to hire, getting ready for the upcoming tax season. You need this information, period, point blank. Okay, you need this information. Okay, video 2, because it's 4 videos that comes in this course. Video 2 is all about, again, getting clarity on the trajectory of your tax business. Where are you going? Where are you even leading the people who you say you want to hire? Okay, where is that? Because let me tell y'all. Okay, I have, I'm not going to say wasted money, but I've had some expensive lessons in the past as it pertains to hiring people. Okay, I have made all of the mistakes. And so that's how I'm able to tell y'all, hey, do this, don't do this, and all the things. Because, yeah, your girl has dished out some bread and it was a disaster. That's how I know to tell you, don't just go out here and be hiring people just because social media said you wasn't a boss because you don't have anyone up under you. Okay, don't get peer pressured into hiring people, even because Tatiani says you should hire people. Yes, I do think that you should hire people if you want to get to a certain level in your tax business. But this is exactly why I'm in front of you now, to show you the proper way to do so. As a leader, okay, it is a responsibility when you start having employees and independent contractors that you have to lead. Okay, in order to be a great leader, you have to understand where you're going. Where are you leading these people? Okay, where are you leading these people? What are they doing when they actually start working for you? Why are you paying them? Okay, why are you paying them? And if you don't have those things answered, then you're going to feel like you're paying someone to do a job that they're halfway doing, because you don't really know what they're supposed to do and they don't really know what they're supposed to do, and it's just chaotic all over the place. Meanwhile, you're still paying them. Okay, so in video number 2, we get that clarity. I also go into the different types of tax preparers. Okay, there are different types of tax preparers. So typically I work with larger tax firms. I automate their tax businesses. It's a done for you service, right? That I have. And the different types of tax preparers that's when they really come in play in the larger firms. However, I will tell you, I'll tell y'all the different angle of preparers when you are to hire, right? Because it's not good enough to just post on social media and say, I'm looking for tax preparers, I'm hiring tax preparers. What type of tax preparer are you looking for? Okay, I bought it. I can't wait to go through it. Awesome. The credit paramedic. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for sure. We got another part. Yes. People, it's been on sale since midnight, and people have been grabbing this $37 e-course, as you should, because okay, first of all, it's $37. Like, come on. You spend more on that on alcohol. Stop playing with me. Everyone, stop playing with me. Okay. Also, you might as well invest in yourself. Like, this doesn't come often. Okay, like, I'm in a very given mood, but I know that this is some important information, and I know a lot of you are actually doing it now. Okay, and like actually trying to hire people now, so you need it now, and I want y'all to have it. Okay, I'm definitely getting it. Let's go for sure. You definitely should get it. But let's talk about the different types of tax preparers. It's not good enough to just post on social media, I'm looking for tax preparers, tag your favorite tax preparer or whatnot. You have to understand the type of tax preparer you're looking for. There are different types of knowledge and skill set and experience levels when it comes to tax preparation. Do you want a new tax preparer? Are you willing to train someone? Okay. Or would you like someone with more experience, with your level of experience, or maybe your level or higher of experience? Okay. What type of tax professional do you want? Do you want someone who knows how to prepare business returns, meaning 1065 partnerships, 1120 at C Corps, 1120 S Corps, okay, nonprofits? What type of tax preparer are you looking for? You need to identify that. And then how many? How many tax preparers do you need to get to whatever goal that you have? Do you just need an additional person? Do you need a whole team of people? And then identify the type of tax preparers that you would want or that you would need that's going to move the needle in your business. Purchase the course, and every previous course purchase has been worth it. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you for sure. And so that's something that you have to do as the founder and CEO of your tax business. Okay, you have to identify the type of tax preparer that you want and what you're willing to do to help this person, because no matter who you hire, whether it's a virtual person, or a physical person, okay, you have to understand the level of experience that you want them to have, because you're still going to have to train them on whatever software you use and whatever your internal processes and systems are. You're still going to have to train them on that. So consider that and understand what you're willing to do, aka if you're willing to train them or not. Then we also, and so in video 2, the exercise for video 2 is the job description exercise. Okay, listen, guys, I don't know why. Look, y'all, look, I done cocked my head and everything. I'm about to cut y'all out. Listen, y'all, tax professionals are funny, because people come into this industry and they just do not treat their tax business like they would any other business. People come into this industry and just run amok, and they just treat it like a side hustle or whatever. when you think about, I'm sure everyone listening to my voice right now, whether you're looking at me live or you're running the replay, okay, you've had a job before. And before you applied for this job, that job had a job description. So you would understand what was required of you and if you even qualified for this job. Why do you think you have all these positions open and you don't have a job description? Create some job descriptions out here. So the exercise in video 2 is job descriptions. You need to create job descriptions for every position that you need to hire for, whether you have the budget to fulfill it right now or not. This is you at a high level working on your business. Whether you are there or not, you still need to identify the pieces in your business that will move the needle in your business in the future, whether it's the short-term future, the near future, or next tax season 2024 future. But as the business owner, you need to project what you will need to grow your business, and you need to do it now. Okay, you don't need to wait. Okay, so let's move on to video 3. Video number 3 is all about budgeting. Okay, it's all about budgeting. So after you've created your job descriptions and everything, you need to understand how much you are willing to actually pay certain people, and not even certain people. I like to think of it as positions, because sometimes people leave, you have to replace people or whatever. Your business should work and function on positions versus people. Okay, because if you get too caught up in the people and the person, then that position can change, and now your tax business is just topsy-turvy. No, what are the key positions that you need to move the needle in your tax business? No one can answer that for you except for you, the business owner. Okay, so how much money are you willing to pay certain positions? How much money are you willing to pay certain positions? Okay, that is what you have to determine. How much money you're willing to pay certain positions. What's your budget? And in order to even figure out what your budget is for different positions, you have to know what you're charging. So you're pricing your services. Pricing your tax services is a thing. You have to understand completely how much you're charging, so you can consider, okay, here's my income, okay, and then here's my overhead expenses, here are my expenses, and this is how much I have for payroll. You have to understand that aspect. I'm trying to shift y'all's mindset slightly so you can really actually function and run your business as a actual boss, okay, as the owner, okay? And so how much are you paying people? Are you paying your tax professionals for a percentage of the prep fee, or a flat fee? Okay, why is this so important, and how do I know to tell y'all to do this now? Because once upon a time, I told y'all I have made all of the mistakes. Once upon a time, your girl promised someone a particular fee that I would pay them per tax return, but I wasn't even charging the client almost as much as I was saying that I would pay this person. Okay, example, if you say you're going to pay someone $75 per tax return, but you're only charging $100, then there's only $25 left. That does not make sense. Okay, so you have to understand what your prices are first, to understand what those numbers look like, to understand what you even have available to give to your payroll. Okay, so we get deep into that in the budgeting in video 3, budgeting, and there's also an exercise with that as well. What's up, everyone coming in? We celebrated my birthday. Okay, and so video number 4. Okay, video number 4 is the crunkest video. It has the most topics. Like, this is the funnest one. The funnest, I don't know if that's a word. The most fun, I don't know. Atlanta Public Schools. I know how to teach you how to build a tax business. My grammar might be off, but I'll teach you how to make money. That's all that matter, right? Anyway, video 4. It includes, so we talk about recruiting. Listen, we went through 3 videos and we hadn't even got to recruiting yet. That tells you something. Before we even get to recruiting, before we even start posting on social media and actively looking for someone to fill a position in our tax business, we go through 3 videos of stuff, of things that you need to do as a tax business owner before you even start recruiting. A lot of you all start at the recruiting. No, no. And it only makes sense because when you're looking at people on the internet, right? When you're looking at people on the internet, all you see is the public, the front end things that they're doing. So you see people recruiting. So you're like, okay, I need to recruit, not understanding that if they're smart, that there were some steps that they took before they started to recruit. Okay, which are the things that we talk about in videos 1 through 3. Then you begin to recruit because we have to know who we're looking for. We have to set it up. We have to understand all of the things. Okay. So video 4, we talk about recruiting. We talk about vetting, how to vet your potential new hires. Okay. We talk about how to vet them. So what I mean by vet, how are you going to qualify these people that they are who they say they are and they are a good fit for your tax business? Are you going to, take their resumes? Are you going to give them mock returns, which is one of my favorite? I'll give somebody a mock return in a second and have them complete it so I'll know what level of experience and knowledge that they really have. I don't really care about what your resume says. I want to see what you can do. So I give people mock returns. That's one of my favorite vetting ways. Are you going to have them do a trial run with you? There are so many different types of vetting ways, but you have to understand before you start recruiting people how you're going to vet them. Okay, how you're actually going to vet them to qualify them to ensure that they are someone who's going to be a good fit for your tax business. We also talk about the actual interview. So I give you some interview advice, how to actually conduct the interview, what's important there. Okay, like because it's a few people in Task Boss Academy who are conducting interviews. In our weekly meetings, we go over the questions. Okay, and this isn't the course because the course is only $37. So y'all not meet with me weekly. These are people who are in Tax Boss Academy, and we have weekly meetings. If you're interested in Tax Boss Academy, it's my academy, it's my school where I churn out tax professionals, and they're all at different levels. So some people are starting, some people are building, some people are scaling their tax business, and yeah, they a force. Like if your competition is people in Tax Boss Academy, you got some competition. I'm telling you, but I'm telling y'all the game so you can get prepared. Okay, but it's a lot of people in Tax Boss Academy right now who are scaling their tax business, and they have upcoming interviews, and we'll go over their questions and all of that. But I did put some interview advice in this course and in the workbook so you can understand how to conduct that, okay? And how to conduct yourself and what's important, the types of questions, all of those things. Also, payroll onboarding. How are you paying these people, and the type of tax documents that you need to accept, but no matter if you have an employee or independent contractor, how to actually onboard them for payroll, because you have to pay them. Okay. We also review what an employee is versus what an independent contractor is, what's legal and illegal for each one of them, pros and cons for both of them. Okay. There isn't a wrong answer. You can hire employees or you can hire independent contractors, but depending upon which one you hire, okay, will depend on how, what tax documents you give them and the requirements that you have to abide by as a tax professional, your due diligence and all of that. We also get into satisfying payroll. So actually So actually paying the people. Okay. There are multiple ways you can satisfy payroll. We go over that. We go over contracts. Okay. Contracts. And I actually give you two contracts. In the workbook. There are hyperlinks to two contracts. One is the tax preparer agreement. Okay, an agreement that, because I'm famous for giving tax preparers an agreement. Like, we got to get some understanding happening. And then the NDA, the non-disclosure agreement. Okay, so those are the two contracts that you all will have access to. That I believe that we've highlighted the areas that you would change and make personable to your particular business. Okay. But you can use these contracts. So you getting contracts, and geez, look, y'all better get this. Look, y'all better get it before I change my mind. And then to end it, we talk about your client resistance to change. So let's talk about that. Okay. Because this is something that a lot of people don't talk about, but it happens. When you elevate your tax business, when you go from being a one-person show, okay, it's just you, all your tax clients know you, they're just coming to you with all of everything, and then you start to grow and build a team, and now you have other people who might be in contact with your clients. You're going to have a handful of clients that are just like, I don't want to deal with nobody else but you. I don't want anyone preparing my taxes but you. You're going to get a little pushback from some clients. And so we discussed that in this course, okay? Because that's a real thing, okay? And you have to understand how to handle that. And so we discussed that in the course for sure. I want you all to click the link in my bio and get this $37 e-course, How to Build a Successful Team for Your Tax Business, okay? It ends at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you mess around and wait until midnight, you are going to be like, oh, she wasn't playing, and no, I am not. So go ahead and get it. Do I have any questions about anything? Okay, because I do before I go. Is somebody here? Before I go, because I'm eating good. Look, let me tell y'all, my best friend coming over here, she cooking me some crab legs and some other stuff, and she can cook. And I said, oh, we're going to have a girls' night in. I'm super excited. My sister-in-law going to come over. Like, that's what I'm doing tonight. So I'm excited, okay? So after I finish this here live, I think I'm going to do something else. And then I'm going to get ready for these hill crab legs. Y'all hear me? Because I have been fiending for some crab legs. But before I go, I want to help y'all. So do y'all have any questions for me at all? Let me go over this chat. You can put it in the question bubble or in the chat. It doesn't have to be about building a team. It can be about whatever you want the question to be about. But do y'all have any questions for me at all about anything? Where are you stuck at? I feel like helping somebody on my birthday, okay? Like, are you stuck anywhere? Are you at a standstill anywhere? What are your questions? And I'll wait a few minutes in case y'all are typing. Dang, I left my water in the other room. My mouth dry. My mouth dry. Okay. Do you offer one-on-one service? I do. I do have one-on-one services. I actually have a 30-day like mentorship. It's $9.97. But you can do 4 interest-free payments. But it's a 30-day coaching session. So we meet every week for an hour, and I just give you all the game, so I really go, like, you tell me what's going on in your tax business. I look at everything that you have. I find the gaps. I identify the gaps for you. And then we build a blueprint for you to be able to proceed and go ahead and do the task that I told you need to do to either fill in the gaps or elevate your tax business in that manner. So if you're interested in that, that'll probably be the most. I don't have anything less than $9.97. I also have a VIP day One is a virtual, one is in person. So the in person one, I actually fly to you, and that's 8 hours. I actually like to split that one up into 2 days because I found out in the past that 8 hours is intense. So we go over a lot of things on my VIP days. Like, there's homework before the VIP days, so we know exactly the areas that we're hitting, and we hit them hard. Before I even come there, I have a whole plan for you and everything because we're not wasting any time. So the in-person one is 8 hours, and I like to split it into 2 days. So it's typically a weekend, 4 hours one day, 4 hours the other day, because 8 hours is a lot. I've done an 8 hour one a couple times in the past, and it was intense for the person. And then I have a virtual VIP day that's 5 hours, and we can just do the entire 5 hours in one day. Those are the flying out is 5,000 is 10,000 for the in person, and the virtual is, I think dang, see, that's what happens when you have an assistant. It's either 35 or 4,500. It's either 35 or 4,500. But yes, I get you all together. Okay. So yes, I do have a few one-on-one services for sure. DM me. DM me if you're interested in anyone that I say. And okay, let me write down your. Yeah, DM me, and we can talk more about it if you're interested for sure. But that one-on-one service, like, yeah, you have some people who enjoy group coaching, which I absolutely love group coaching. A lot of my coaches, well, I have like two coaches. One of them is a group coaching setting, and I absolutely love it because it's not even just the coaching, but it's the community. You know what I'm saying? So the community is so fire. That's Tax Boss Academy. Tax Boss Academy is group coaching. But a lot of people, some people want that one-on-one TLC that will get them to wherever they're going much quicker. And so, yeah, like one-on-ones have their place. And also, oops. Okay, we're back. Sorry. And also, group coaching has their place as well. Do I have any other questions about anything? Do I have any other questions about anything? Let me go up and down this LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook family. Do I have any questions about anything? Let me go over these comments. I think I got them all. Y'all already know my DMs are always open. So, but y'all are so bashful. Like, every single time I get off a live, ain't nobody asked me a question, or I had a handful of questions. My DMs though are jumping. Like, this is the club back in 01 and Lil Jon was performing. You hear me? Like, it is crunk in my DMs or PMs. Okay. So that's fine. I answer y'all questions either way it goes. But if I don't have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to actually eat because I actually haven't eaten today. My stomach just growled, and I just realized I haven't even eaten yet. And crab legs isn't until dinner. So I probably shouldn't wait, right? Right? Okay. All right, y'all. Ask the questions in the DMs and everything by Facebook, by LinkedIn, by YouTube. I will see y'all later. Get the link. I'm gonna post the link after I end it. I'm gonna post the link in the comments, so you all can go ahead and get this $37 e-course. Okay.